Hey, what's up? I'm outside in the AMG, right outside TT, two turn, baby, yeah, you know me. Yeah, who am I? All the people around me, ride or they die. Gotta watch the time, cause it's flying right by. Two turn, baby, yeah, you know me. Yeah. Cut the car off. Heart still ain't traveling, baby. Two turn, baby, yeah, you know me. Y'all know about this song? I love that song. I like Drake. I think I still like Drake. Drake's a little now. I mean, when he first came out, you know, when he was like, oh, look at his eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, everybody sounds like Drake. You feel me? What up, Bullets? I followed you on Instagram, boom. I saw your Instagram. Thank you for following me. If you are in the chat, make sure you thumbs up. Shout out to LA Watts, West Adams, Inglewood, Long Beach, Rialto, San Bernardino, Compton, all in California. You in Southern Cal? Randy, I'm in NorCal. I'm in NorCal. So my shout outs would be like, shout out to Oakland, San Francisco, Sacramento. That's it. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. We not fancy up here. We just regular people up here. We do regular people shit up here. So anyway, so how's everybody doing on this Thursday morning? I went live on my OnlyFans. If you have not signed up, hold up. How's the 16 people up in here and nobody thumbs up? Randy, you ain't thumbs up? Bullets, you ain't thumbs up? What you doing in here? You not going to what's going on? What you doing in here? It's 16 of you in here. Why is it only one thumbs up? Y'all be killing me with this. Can I get some thumbs up over here? Like, thumbs up the live stream. Y'all got one job up in here. One job. Listen. No, two jobs. Listen and thumbs up. That's it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Damn, at least 6 people listen out to 18. Sometimes I feel like people come into my live streams to thumbs up and to be there and have a conversation with me. And then you got other people who come in and they just want to be here just to be here, cause some drama, put something in the chat that don't sound right. It's early in the morning. It's too early for the dumb shit. BTK Killer, what's up? It's too early for the dumb shit. I don't even think my moderator is up yet. I don't think he up. He usually be up in here. Hey Cassandra, over here moderating the comment section. I don't even think he up. I didn't even hit him up today to say, hey, I'm about to go live. Can you come? I don't even think he up yet. The way because he worked like a night shift. Mark works a night shift, and when it's morning like this, because what time is it here in Cali? It's like 7, right? So there, what time is it in on the East Coast? Like 10, like 9 or 10. Yeah, he probably sleep. You know what I mean? But anyway, this morning, right? I posted something on my Instagram. If you haven't been to my Instagram, oh no, I was talking about OnlyFans. OnlyFans. If you have not signed up for my OnlyFans, please go to it. It's onlyfans.com/Soncerae It's for the fellas though, or the lesbians or the bisexuals. If you want to see something sexy, my sexy pictures. 10:45 a.m. Thank you, bless. My sexy pictures are over there. My sexy live streams, people coming there and asking me for nudes and all types of stuff is over there. Now, the reason why I'm very selective about my OnlyFans. Like, I will kick people off of my OnlyFans. I will restrict somebody off of my OnlyFans because it's for exclusivity, number one, privacy, number two, and it's for men that actually love women, not misogynistic men, not sexist men, not men that came over there to troll me. Because there's some men that went over there to troll me just because somebody like Tommy or Minister Jap told them to. And I keep trying to tell everybody, I don't have an issue with Tommy. Good luck to him. I don't have an issue with Minister Jap. Good luck to him. I'm done with all of that altogether, and people don't want to let it go. You know what I mean? And some guys, which I think is kind of weird, came to my OnlyFans and signed up because they wanted to troll me. And I don't understand how you could pay $10.99 to troll someone when you can troll someone for free on YouTube. It doesn't. I don't get that. Anyway, so I'm very selective. But I went onto my live on my OnlyFans and explain that, because a lot of them was like, "You're not interacting with us." No, I interact. I just interact in my DMs. So whatever I'm putting on my wall, the sexy photos I put on my wall, that's what you get for your 10.99 a month, because I don't post that stuff anywhere else. And in order to get like live streams and news and stuff like that, you have to hit me up in a DM and we can talk about it there. Okay, so just go to onlyfans.com/SonceraeXO. Okay, now let's go over to YouTube. All right. So listen, earlier today I posted something on Instagram. It's weird that I'm talking about YouTube, Instagram on YouTube. Anyway, listen, Melissa, I would take their money if they wasn't over there trolling and annoying me. Like, they want to disrespect and degrade women over there. Like, you came onto a site, signed up to see sexy photos. Then you get over there, right? And you see the sexy photos, and instead of you being like, oh, I'm heterosexual, this is getting me, to where I need to be, you do some homosexual shit and start talking to me about some dudes. Like, dudes was coming in my comment section talking to me about Tommy. Or coming into my DMs talking to me about Tommy. I'm like, why are you over here on OnlyFans talking to me about Tommy, asking me questions about Tommy? Listen, ask Tommy about Tommy. Like, don't come over here. Like, I don't really know Tommy like that. We had a back and forth on YouTube because he disturbed my peace, and I'm sitting here fighting back. I don't want to do all that. Like, I'm not, listen, I'm in a whole new damn frequency. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I took a break off YouTube. People spread some rumors about me, and it was very hurtful. You know what I mean? I was very hurt about that shit. But I gathered myself. I moved on, and I just don't want to spend my whole life on YouTube, like arguing with people or defending myself or doing that corny shit all the time. Nobody got time to be doing that. Hey, Aaron, what's up? Thumbs up the live stream. Melissa, make sure you thumbs up the live stream since you in here. Blast, make sure you thumbs up the live stream since you in here. So anyway, I posted on my Instagram. Let me just tell you, my Instagram DMs are popping too. Dudes be trying to holler up in there. Dudes, exes, new dudes, old dudes, celebrities, regular dudes, all up on my Instagram trying to holler. And I posted on my Instagram about how I feel like women are inside of relationships, how they are. And I also posted about, me being polyamorous. If you don't know, I'm polyamorous, right? And I spent many, many years being single, right? And when I decided to be a part of the swingers lifestyle many, many years ago, I was introduced to polyamory then. And swingers are usually people who are married. So no, I was never a swinger. A lot of people was saying that, but I'm not a swinger. Swingers are married, and usually swingers are looking for unicorns, and unicorns are bisexual women that they can, that will join into their marriage. Basically, it's just a polyamorous situation where the unicorn knows about the husband, knows about the wife, and either sleeps with both of them or sleeps with one of them or whatever. But everybody seems to be honest with each other about the situation. And when you go to a lot of polyamorous groups, a lot of people inside of those groups are looking for a unicorn, because married people, got needs. They got stuff that they you want to do outside of their marriage. And when you get married to people, I think a lot of people believe that marriage is something that it's not. And if you've never experienced marriage, of course you don't know. But if you've been in like a committed relationship or even lived with someone, you kind of know how relationships get. And it's not a bad thing. It's just more of, sometimes you get bored. Sometimes you get bored sexually. Sometimes, okay? And for men get bored sexually much quicker than women, because men are biologically different. They have a different sex drive. Now, this is not an excuse. A sex drive, your biological sex drive, is not an excuse for you to be disrespectful towards your woman inside of a relationship, right? Now, if you go on Facebook, and any of you who got a Facebook page, you go ahead and add me on Facebook. But if you go into your Facebook and you start looking through groups, put polyamory in it and try to join a group and see how they do stuff in there. It's not dramatic. It's not, 9 times out of 10, it's not supposed to be dramatic, because everybody is being honest. And usually when you're in an open relationship or a situation like that, what disrupts it or makes it dramatic is somebody lied about something. You understand? Somebody done lied about something. Somebody done went back on their word. Somebody who shouldn't have been trying polyamory to begin with decided to do it because they out of curiosity. And being poly is not like something you do just on the side because you want to have fun. That can ruin your marriage. If you're a polyamorous person, that means that you are 9 times out of 10 not jealous. You honestly just want somebody to be honest with you. You have to be a very confident person, have a lot of self-esteem in order for you to be polyamorous. It's not something that you just do just off of a whim, because you could ruin your relationship or marriage. And so a lot of people don't understand that. They think polyamory means promiscuity. No, promiscuity and polyamory are two different things. When you're dealing with polyamory, it's more than one relationship. And we all know that a relationship is very different from a casual encounter. A relationship is a whole nother thing. Like a relationship is y'all hanging out, y'all going to movies together, y'all building stuff together, y'all doing blah, blah, blah. But a casual relationship, usually people are just like sleeping together and they're not really building any type of friendship or love or nothing with each other. Okay, so we know the difference between a relationship and a casual sex situation. And so with polyamory, it's not a casual thing, it's you building a relationship, friendships, and stuff with people. That's what polyamory is about. It's just you being responsible about, being in your relationships, and you just happen to have more than one. Okay, now monogamous relationships, right? Monogamous relationships have a lot of promiscuity in it because a lot of monogamous people are pretending to be monogamous inside of this situation, and they're going around and they're cheating on their partner. Okay, and they're lying. And the cheating and the lying is the betrayal. The cheating and the lying is what's making a lot of these relationships terrible. So a lot of people who already have in a bad relationship will decide just randomly, oh, I just want to be polyamorous because our relationship is boring or our relationship is whatever. No, if you are indoctrinated in your mind to believe that polyamory is the only way that you're going to have a successful relationship, then when you decide to be polyamorous, it's not going to work out for you. It's not, because you're not a polyamorous person. A polyamorous person is genuinely just like real chill, real calm, only wants honesty, real confident. You got to be very confident in yourself. And a lot of the times people lie because they're not confident. People are insecure, so they lie. You know what I mean? People are insecure, so they cheat. You have to be 100% within yourself. So anyway, I got onto my Instagram earlier today, and I was talking about how selfish women are inside of relationships. Hey Amber, what's up? Make sure you thumbs up the live stream. um Keela, make sure you thumbs up the live stream. Sir Early, Anna, make sure you thumbs up the live stream. You said I can't even handle the good with one. I can't even imagine more than one. Well, yeah, because you're not a polyamorous person. It's almost like a heterosexual person trying to understand a homosexual person. You're never going to be able to understand homosexuality until you're homosexual. You're never going to be able to understand being poly if you're monogamous. You understand what I'm saying? It's two different types of people. It's not like it's a preference. You know how a preference is, oh, I like light skinned men, or I like girls with long hair, or those are preferences. Being poly is like, it's you. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you just woke up one morning and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna decide to be poly today. It's not like that. It's just like your entire time when you've been in a relationship, even before you may have even known what poly was. Like when I was in high school, I was poly. It's just I didn't understand what poly meant. You know what I'm saying? It was just I was like in my relationships and I was very honest about what I was doing. Now, just because you poly doesn't mean you can't be monogamous. I know how to be monogamous if I'm in a monogamous situation and I'm with a person who wants to be monogamous. I can be like, okay, I'll work with you because I want to compromise. You know what I mean? But that would be me deciding to go without something. You know what I mean? Like going without. I don't know what is it. Oh, he over there blowing some grass. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, he mad loud. So anyway, you're going without something that's comfortable with you. Now, on Instagram earlier today, if you're not following me on Instagram, you can go to the real Soncerae. I posted about that. I posted about polyamory, and I posted about how women are selfish inside of relationships. And we are indoctrinated to be selfish inside of relationships because we are women. But if women did a lot of self inventory, they understand that they're not even ready for monogamous relationships or relationships of any kind because they don't have anything to bring to the table. When men reject you, a lot of women feel some type of way when they get rejected. They internalize it because they feel like they're not good enough as a woman. No, you just might not be able to fit whatever it is that that man needs specifically. Inside of my post, I was talking about how there are so many other things that I want to do. Like I have a business, I had to take care of my kids, I got goal setting, I got grooming, I got sleep, I got this long list of stuff I got to do. Sometimes I can't hang from the ceiling for my man. So choosing to be poly is, I don't want to be lied, I don't want to be cheated on, but I also respect the fact that the man that I'm in a relationship with has a sex drive. Sometimes I'm dealing with a man who has has a sex drive that's big, and instead of me just being like, I want you to only be with me, make me your everything, do everything with me, and not thinking about what comes with that responsibility of expecting a man to make me his one and only everything. Like, that is such a responsibility, because at the same time, when this man is making me his everything, I have to turn around and give him everything he needs in a relationship. And women don't even think like that a lot of the times. They think, oh, they just want this man to marry them, or they just want this man to be with them so they can say they got a man, but they forget the long list of things they have to do as a woman in order to keep this man. Women tend to put what men want to the back burner. You understand? Like, they're not thinking, what does he want? They're thinking, what could he give me? Not, what do I have to do in order to be a good wife and mother for him? So if you notice, not mother for him, but mother for his kids. If you notice, all of the content that I've always posted on my channel, it has always been about self-improvement first. Because if you don't do that first, you're not going to be good for anybody. And a lot of times these women get into these relationships and they're not even 100% themselves. And they're wondering what's happened with their relationship. So they decide, oh, I'm going to spice up our sex life and I'm going to do threesomes, or I'm going to be polyamorous because that's what's going to make him stay with me. That is not going to help your situation, because it can't get right if you ain't right within. You feel what I'm saying? How you gonna be right if you ain't right within? I see somebody post that. I think it was Bianca posted that. Queen Bianca, she posted that the other day on Instagram. Anyway, so a lot of women don't understand that. Oh, thanks, Amber. You like my hair? Thank you. How can you handle all of that good loving? Exactly. Like, how can you handle? Sometimes, man, men, when you asking a man to only sleep with you, call you, rely on you for everything, come on, y'all, think about that. Like, think about all of the stuff that you want as a woman. If you're in a relationship right now, there has to be some things that you want from your man that you are not getting, and you just go without. And then when you start going without, you start feeling like you're not getting everything that you need out of your relationship. And so then the problems start coming, because you're not getting everything that you need. Nothing in you said, maybe I should have another man to handle these responsibilities. You don't think that way because people tell you monogamy is it. And that's the only way you're going to have a successful situation, is if you commit yourself to one person. Now, it's nothing wrong with you committing yourself to one person. It's nothing wrong with monogamy. Just like it's nothing wrong with heterosexuality. There's nothing wrong with homosexuality. It's just different. Okay, so you might be the type of person that need more. Some people need more, some people need less. Some people be like, yo, I don't even need all that. It's some guys out there that be like, yo, I just want to have sex with one person and that's it. Right? But we all know that it doesn't matter what type of woman you are. You could get in a relationship with a man and he's still gonna cheat on you. Like Beyonce. How you cheat on a high value woman like that? That's a high quality chick right there. How you cheating on her? Same thing with Cardi B. Cardi B is an amazing woman, right? To some people, right? She has her money together. She has a career. She could be classified as high quality, right? How did she get a husband that cheat on her the way he does? Because when men cheat, it has nothing to do with the woman 9 times out of 10. It has to do with him and what he wants and what he desires. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that as women, We don't come into situations realistically. Like me, I'll come in a situation. I know it's women out there that's prettier than me. Hey, I know it's a woman that might sleep with you better than I do. You know what I'm saying? The reasons why you're with me can't be that superficial. The reason why we're in a relationship or we're friends with each other cannot be that damn superficial. Because those are things that are in the relationship. Those are things that have people out here cheating. Some guys out here looking for a prettier woman, a healthier woman, a taller woman, a shorter woman, a woman with prettier hair, some crazy shit like that. And I think when a person is right for you, you don't have to overthink. When you have to figure many ways to make it work, you are incompatible and it should end. Exactly. Two people incompatible with each other happens all the time, and that's why a lot of people run to polyamory or they run to cheating. It's just how it goes. Mark, why you why you block Ebony Man too? All he said was that I said that um Queen Bianca said, oh, I know it is. How you gonna win if you ain't right with them? How you gonna win if you ain't right? That is a Lauryn Hill quote, though. It is a Lauryn Hill quote. But I got it from Queen Bianca because she had posted it on her Instagram the other day, talking about Trump supporters. It was funny. Never mind. That's a whole other conversation. Anyway, Jesse James, I agree. I'm single and I would like to be in a relationship, but I honestly just feel like men cannot be faithful. I think it's unrealistic for us women to believe that. I think there are some men out there that's like that. I really do. I think it's some men out there that can be faithful. You know, because faithfulness has nothing to do with your sex drive. You can still be faithful to a person and be like, you know, like, she fine as hell. She got a booty. You know what I mean? Like, you could be like, in a relationship and you listen. Here's what I think people don't understand. The person that you love is not the only person in the world. A man should be able to look over across the hall or the room or the mall and see a beautiful woman and just be like, damn, she fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could look. You know what I mean? It's up to you as a woman to decide what the rules are in your situation. So if you don't want your man out there sleeping with other women, you can say that. But it's not going to stop him from having a sexual desire. He's going without for you. That's what women don't understand. Men are going without stuff that they need because they love the women that they're with. Women are out here requiring that men only be with just them. Women push monogamy 9 times out of 10 on women. I mean, women push, I say that backwards as hell. Women push monogamy on men more often. Listen, in these relationships, it's rare that a man is just like, when we gonna be in a relationship? Where's this relationship going? I'm gonna need to know, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Men don't usually like say that often. It's usually women like, okay, what is this that we're doing? Remember that NFL player just recently, him and his wife was on their podcast. I can't remember this. They married. Everybody knows. If you know who I'm talking about, put it in the chat. The married couple where he used to be an NFL player and they have a podcast now. And inside of their podcast, he was talking about how she pushed him and forced him into being married. He wasn't really ready to be married, but she gave him an ultimatum. She basically said, listen, where are we going with this? Because they was living together. And so he wasn't ready to be married. He only married her for her. Men do that all of the time. Devout. That's it. Devout. Men do that all the time. I think if men could choose polyamory and get away with it with women, and women were okay and still be cool with each other, men would do that. The reason why a lot of men lie to women so they can have more than one is because they're trying to fulfill something from them for themselves, even if it's selfish to you. That might be selfish, right? To some people, that might be selfish, right? Kadeem, thank you, Monique. Men are trying to fulfill a sexual desire. They're sleeping around with all these women, or they have a woman and they're lying to their woman and their side chick or whatever, right? They're lying because they're trying to fix something that they biologically have. And when you biologically have a high sex drive and you're trying to hide it, you become a cheater and a liar, right? Men are biologically built with a higher sex drive because their goal in life, according to their penis, is to procreate. Okay? Multiply the earth, right? That's what they're supposed to do. So their bodies are built for that. Now, it's not an excuse for them to be an asshole, like I said a minute ago. It's not an excuse for them to be an asshole or to treat their woman wrong or nothing like that. But I'm just explaining to everybody why I've chosen polyamory in the past, and how, being monogamous and being polyamorous is a choice. For me, like, I can choose between, if I'm dealing with somebody that wants monogamy, I can do that. If I'm dealing with somebody that wants polyamory, I can do that. Because I'm just that type of person. You know what I'm saying? But you can't, if that's not the type of person you are, you can't do that. Okay, so where was I at? Monogamy is a modern day concept. If you think about it, Jesus is polyamorous. He loves more than one person, but we're supposed to love only one person. It makes no sense, right? You know how they be like, it's different types of love. Like, I know it's different types of love. Like, I can't love a man how I love my son. That's two different types of love. Like, I can't love my mom how I love my daughter. It's different. It doesn't feel the same. Even with, like, all of the guys that I've ever dated, I've never loved them equally. I love them different, and like, it's never felt identical every time. It's always felt like, okay, I love him in this way, and then I love this guy in that way. You know what I'm saying? It's never identical. It's not one way to love, just like it's not one way to live. It's not one way. It's not one race. It's not one way to do things. And that's the problem that I'm seeing with everybody. Everybody wants everybody to do identical stuff. Like, it's only acceptable if everybody do like this one thing. It's only like, people be like, well, your relationship is only successful if you do a specific order of operations. First come love, then come marriage, then comes baby and the baby carriage. No, because it's people that live together, have babies, have about 2 kids, then get married. You know what I'm saying? It's people out there that was just banging, right? They was only supposed to be banging, and then they fall in love with each other, they get married, and then they have kids. It's just, every person is different. It's not the same. And when we talk about your feelings, right? You want to protect your feelings for someone. Each situation is different. I would say take your time to get to know some people longer, I don't know about that. Jesus was polyamorous. But listen, Mark, would you stop? Listen, Ebony Man. Listen, Ebony Man, do not come in here to cause problems, because Mark is going to delete everything that you say, because you've been a problem in the past. So Mark is not feeling you. So regardless of what you say, Mark is going to delete you. So regardless of how many profiles you make up, just know Mark's going to figure it out. He's going to delete you. Anyway, I don't know about Jesus being polyamorous, but I do know that there's a lot of polyamory and a lot of polygamy in the Bible. And it's funny how people are selective about what they listen to in the Bible. Like, they're like, oh, this one man, this one woman. Oh, well, let's forget all the other polygamous people inside of the Bible. Let's forget about the king. Was it King Solomon with the 300 concubines? Like, come on, y'all. This is something that was real at some point. I think celebrities live in their own bubble, so I don't compare life to them. Celebrity men have way too much temptation and access to a harem of beautiful women. Not just celebrity. Let me tell you something. Having access to a lot of women isn't just a celebrity thing. It's some bums out here with like 7 baby mamas. Let that sit with you. You don't have to be a celebrity to have access to a whole bunch of women. All you gotta do is have charm, have confidence in yourself. That's it. It's not be attractive. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Hey, American Negro. I feel bad saying that. Hey, American Negro. This feels weird. Like, I can't be saying that all the time. Men can be faithful is that if that's the culture. Men can be faithful if that's what they want to do. Men can be faithful if it's required of them, if it's frowned upon. Remember back in the day, it used to be frowned upon to be divorced. Y'all remember that, right? Not like that anymore. That's why people get divorced easier now, because you know it's more acceptable. Before it wasn't like that. Um, let's see. Hold on. Men cheat because the culture allows this behavior. I don't think the culture allows it. I don't think it. I think women are allowing it. What? Let me tell you how women are allowing men to cheat. Women are getting with men, getting in these relationships, and they want to keep their man so bad. They love him. They want to be the down ass chick. They want to love him through anything, because women have been indoctrinated to believe that the woman who puts up with a man the most is the one who gets the man. That's what people teach us. Oh, a man is going to love you through it all. He going to marry you. He going to be with you after you put up with this long list of stuff he does. Down ass chick syndrome. Personally, no, I would prefer people start normalizing women getting the love and respect that they want without them having to put up with so much shit. Because I don't put up with nothing. I'm sorry, I'll leave a relationship where I put up with something. Because in my early 20s, I was putting up with a lot. Men cheat because women allow it. They see him cheating, they catch him cheating, and they don't leave. They accept it. Forgive him, move forward. That's what they do. It's not society, it's not the culture, it's women. Polygamy is a selective culture that benefits men. Polygamy also benefits women. Who's that woman? She does Kaftan like dresses. She has a YouTube channel. What is her name? She has 2 husbands. She's light skinned. She has pretty eyes. She has like a fashion channel, and she wears kaftans. She's like a model for Citra kaftan. Those dresses. She has 2 husbands. It's beneficial for both parties. I just said at the beginning of the situation, beginning of this live stream, that there's so many other things I'm doing. I cannot fathom being able to do all the things required inside of a marriage, a relationship, and turn around and be able to take care of myself 100%, take care of my kids 100%. I just, like, okay, the other day I posted a video about wives and responsibilities that wives have. I think people misunderstand the responsibilities that a wife has. She's a wife, a mother, a chef, a housekeeper, and then has a full-time job. That's 5 different roles right there. Then she's supposed to turn around, take care of her own health, groom, have a high sex drive, and take care of her husband. That is a lot of work. So when you want, as a woman, when you want these men to make you their all, you have to remember, what does this man want? What am I going to have to do inside of this relationship to keep him? I think it's a lot of work. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have what it takes to be able to hang from the ceiling. Like when everyone, to do everything my man wants me to do, basically. How can you build wealth, really grow a business, be a full-time attractive parent, work on your personal growth mindset, have a spouse, then maintain a side person? Too much on your hands. Little missus. It's too much on your hands to you. Like I just said, there are women out there who feel like marriage is oppression, right? Because of all of the responsibilities they have with one husband. When you look at other countries and you look at these African men, let's use Africa for an example. There are African men who have more than one wife. They have multiple wives. And the wives, the second wife or the third wife, comes in to take care of some of the responsibilities that the first wife can't handle. Y'all don't even think about it like that. You're like, you think, oh, if another person come along, they're going to be an additional responsibility. It might not be. It might be that they take something off your hands. Did you think of it that way? You know? Um, let's see. Some women say he's just being a man. Oh no, it's not. I, you said, Miss Keys, you said some women say it's like he just being a man. No, being a man. Let me tell you something about cheating, and that's what you're talking about. You're talking about cheating. Cheating is not you just being a man, but we've been indoctrinated to think that with the boys will be boys crap, right? Being a man isn't you cheating and lying to your woman or mistreating her or taking advantage of her like that. I don't know why the world keeps like putting that on men and making men think that that's what makes them men. Cheating, in order to cheat, you have to lie. You know what I'm saying? You have to lie. And I was watching, speaking of lying, you ever seen that interview with Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin, where they're having a conversation and James Baldwin is saying, his name is James Baldwin, right? He's a writer. He's saying, if I love you, I can't lie to you. And Nikki Giovanni's like, no, lie to me. Because when you go to work, you sit there and you smile in everybody's face and put on this show for everybody else. So they get the best of you. And then you come home and you give me the worst of you. So you need to lie to me as well when you get home. And so James Baldwin is like, I can't put on a show at work and at home. I can't do both because it's tiring. She's getting the bare minimum, is what Nikki Giovanni was saying. And so she was saying that she would want her man to lie to her so she could be happy, because everyone else who's dealing with her man is happy because her man is lying to everyone else. I was like, wow. I was like, that is an interesting way to look at it. I personally wouldn't want that. I personally wouldn't want that. It takes two people to procreate. Why is it acceptable for a man to have multiple women? This means a woman has to share one father with multiple women. Erica Oliver, polygamy and polyamory is not just for men. I just said it was a woman who has a YouTube channel. You could go to her YouTube channel. I cannot remember this woman's name. But she's light skinned. She has pretty eyes. She does fashion and makeup. And she just did. Matter of fact, if you put poly in the YouTube search and you set your filters to only show you videos for the past month about poly, I think she posted that video within the last month where she was talking about being polyamorous. And you can see polyamory, anything is not one-sided. And that's the problem. Everybody think it's one-sided and it's only for men. No, that's in the monogamous world. That's in a patriarchic type of situation. It's not one-sided. That's the best part about polyamory, because usually when you're in a poly situation, you're dealing with someone who is poly. So it doesn't matter your gender. That is neither here nor there in the minds of people who are polyamorous. That's what I was trying to explain to people. Like the stuff that the preconceived notions that you put on a heterosexual monogamous couple is not the same like notions that you could put on a poly couple. You can't. They don't go together. Toilette. You said, mama's not teaching young daughters how to be young women. Explain the mistakes most people repeat what they see. I'm poly. I didn't see my mother poly. My mother was not around. My mother was neglectful. What my mother taught me was to be a good businesswoman, to go out there and get my bread. That's what my mother taught me. My mother didn't teach me how to be a mother, wife. She wasn't even a good mother to me. But she did teach me about work ethic. About work ethic. Because she worked like crazy. She got her bread. I agree. A wife is a bigger responsibility. That's why I'm a stay-at-home wife. It's the hardest job I've had. Yeah, I tell people, and I tell people all the time, housewife is a job. Homemaker is a job. I don't know why people keep thinking that when a woman is a wife and a mother, it's just supposed to come natural and it's not hard. We're just sitting around doing nothing. No, being a mom is work, y'all. Oh my God. Especially if you're doing it by yourself. Even if you're a housewife, like when you're a housewife, 9 times out of 10, your husband is gone a lot because he's working. And it requires him to go work to be able to take care of both of y'all. And it's a lot of women out there that claim they want to be housewives. And my thing is, do you realize the responsibility a man has when he has to take care of not just you, but the kids too? What if y'all got 4 kids, 5 kids? You know, what if you got 5 kids? That's what, 5, 6, 7 of y'all he got to take care of. I mean, he got to work really, really hard. 9 times out of 10, the more kids you got, the more your husband is not going to be around because the more he has to work. So you're technically a single mom. And when I say single mom, I'm not talking about your relationship status. I'm talking about you taking care of a child by yourself. One means single. That's what single mother means. And people keep thinking single mother means, oh, it's her relationship status. It's because she's not married. No. In my single moms group, it is plenty of single mothers in there who are married. And they're taking care of their children without the father around. So it's because he at work. You know what I mean? Let's see. I think men, Africans or Arabic men, can have as many wives as they want if they can afford them. I'm going to be having multiple husbands and struggling. I'm not gonna have. Yeah, I think the wealthier you get, the more successful you get, the more access to other people that you have. So what the guy that was talking about celebrities earlier, he was saying that celebrities have access to more women, right? And I was saying, no, the regular guys walking around here with a whole bunch of women. I don't understand how these women see these men with multiple baby mamas and no money and still deal with them. I don't get that. Because at least get with a man who got some bread. I mean, that's the least. We're talking about the bare minimum here. We're not talking about, like, at least have it to where he is financially in a good place. Now, just because he's financially in a good place don't mean he get to treat you like, you ain't shit. But at the same time, require something from this dude other than good peen. You know? Come on. I saw a documentary. Hold up. I saw a documentary of a man with many wives, but they live in a rundown trailer with a million kids, and they're all on welfare. What's the point in that? Exactly. What's the point? Listen, relationships aren't just about love. Even if it's just a monogamous relationship, relationships aren't just about love. You have to factor in the finances, the living situation, anything that can make the relationship more stressful than what it is. Like, you have to think about that. If you are not ready to be in a relationship, matter of fact, if you don't have a stable job and aren't capable of taking care of yourself, meaning you don't have your own car, own crib, own way to buy your own deodorant, own nothing, you don't need to be in a relationship. You don't need to be in a relationship at all. Because when it comes time for you to help build the wealth of the situation or the family business, what you gonna put in? You got all these people in the situation. You got all these kids. What you gonna do? You know? In a lot of African countries, these men don't take care of their wives. They just run after women as their right, and the second spouse may help, but that's expected of them, not a choice. Well, if women know this, then why would they get into these situations, little Mrs.? You're talking about the second spouse may be helped, but that's expected of them, not a choice. Yeah, they know that. And they are consciously choosing that anyway. Why? Why would a woman in Africa choose to be a second wife, why? Why would anyone, like, I think, here's another thing that isn't that important in the polyamory world: hierarchy. Some people care about it, but a lot of people, there's no hierarchy. You know, it might be one person might be leading, maybe the wife might run everything, or maybe the husband might run everything, but they're like more than one partner, more than one person. There's no first, second, or third. It's more of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, I don't know. I can't explain it. You have to. It's just not, that thought process doesn't even. It doesn't. I don't know. There's no hierarchy. What if men make multiple kids with their poly relationships and they can't afford them? How does that benefit women, or should poly relationships remain casual? Again, let me explain something, Anna. Poly relationships are not casual. Casual relationships are casual. Poly relationships are about building something. So if a poly couple decides to get more partners, they are factoring in from the beginning that children could be reproduced out of it. So if they don't want that, then they protect themselves from creating more human beings. It's a serious thing. Listen, poly is never going to be like a casual thing. People want it to be, but it's not. It's promiscuity when you're casual. And monogamous people are doing that. So just because it's poly, or just because the word poly means multiple, just because it's multiple doesn't mean it's casual. Promiscuity means that it's multiple and casual. You understand? Um so wait. Multiple kids, blah, blah, blah. One woman and two men will allow a woman to have two fathers. This relationship will allow the mother to have two supportive fathers. This relationship is more beneficial than one man and two women. It's more beneficial for, that's another thing. Let's talk about that, because I was talking about that the other day. Let's talk about that. How is it beneficial? Okay. When men come into the situation, men are trying to figure out, is it more beneficial for them? When women come into the situation and trying to figure out, is it more beneficial for them? If everybody is sitting here trying to figure out if they're going to benefit more than the other, it's not a healthy relationship. If you are trying to be the one who does the less work but benefits the most, it's not a healthy relationship. When you come into a situation with someone where you want to build a relationship with them, of course you want to think about, how is this relationship good for you, right? But you also have to factor in what you come into the table with. What do you have to offer? Everything that we get in this world costs. We want a gallon of milk. What do we come to the store with? Money. It's an exchange. Pay your money, you get your milk. With these relationships, women are coming into the situation, what can he do for me? How is this going to be beneficial to me? When you're talking about fatherhood, Miss, where is it? Where you say something about father? Who was it? Erica Oliver. You said one woman and two men will allow women to have two fathers. You're only coming in the situation looking at it how it could be beneficial for you and your daughters, not your husband or your boyfriend and your sons. You can't. You gotta figure out, how is this going to be beneficial for everybody involved. That's how a poly situation works, not who's going to benefit more. You understand? Okay. Did I miss anybody? Where housekeeper and nanny is a real job. That's true, Anna. If you have to pay for someone else to do these services, they really add up. That's true, Anna. That's true. I'm Muslim. The thing is, he's not supposed to get another wife unless the first is fully taken care of. We're not required to work, nor should be assistance, but most don't do it. Little misses. All right, when you start factoring in poly and religion, that becomes a whole nother thing. Because with religion, there are rules on top of it. So when you're poly, and because of, it's your nature, it's just you like polyamorous stuff, it's different. You don't have as many rules set, or you get to control how the situation goes. If you are poly and it's part of your religion sets rules for you. They set your polyamorous or polygamous nature for you. Okay? I would feel masculine if I had 2 men at once. Keela, what does you having 2 men at once got to do with masculinity? I don't understand it. My mother left Africa. So what is a normal number for a poly relationship? Just depends on the couple. You know what I mean? Like, everybody different. That's what I keep trying to explain to you. Everybody different. If there's no norm, look, what might be normal for me may be absurd to you, because we different. So when you're asking how many people that person can keep up with, because for me, let me tell you something. In a poly relationship, right, I'm the type of woman, I don't need more than one man to have sex with. I can have sex with one guy and be happy, but there might be something else a guy can offer me that has nothing to do with sex that I like. You know what I mean? And I could like cuddling with dude. It don't even have to be, because me, I don't like multiple sex partners. And that's the problem. People think poly is about multiple sex partners. No, it's about multiple relationships. Okay? So for me, it's just, in my last relationship, let me tell you how my last relationship went. And you guys should know this already if you've been listening to me for a long time. My last relationship was in 2017. All right? When I met him, I wasn't even looking for a relationship, which is interesting. But for years before he met, I was single. Before we met, I was single. I was single for a long time. Then we met. I came to him from the beginning. When I met him, I said, listen, I am poly. Okay? If you want to do a polyamorous relationship, if you want to sleep with other women, tell me. If that's the arrangement that you can handle, we can do that. Okay? Do you want monogamy or do you want poly? No, I can't do that. We got to be monogamous. Let's be monogamous. I was like, are you sure? Yeah, and I was like, are you sure? Because you just got out of a marriage for 15 years. You were married and you cheated on this woman like crazy. Are you sure that you don't want a polyamorous situation? Because being poly, all you got to do is speak up. Just say what's up. Find you another poly person. Let her know what's up. Here's the 2 things he didn't want to do. And it's the selfish shit. The 2 reasons why he didn't choose poly is because, number 1, he wanted to deal with women that weren't going to have all that. Okay? Now, I found this out later. He wanted to deal with women that would think polyamory was absurd. So he couldn't come to them and say, hey, I have a girlfriend. I want to have sex. Because men think they can't come to women and say, I just want to have sex with you. Okay? So he didn't want that. And number 2, he didn't want me to have the freedom to go out there and be with whatever guy I wanted to be with. Those are the 2 reasons why he chose not to be poly. It had nothing to do with how much easier or beneficial it would be for our relationship or us as a whole because of his sex drive. He just couldn't stand being honest with me, being honest with other women, and allowing me to have that same freedom and the women that he slept with to have that same freedom. He was selfish and only wanted him to have the freedom. And that's how you know he's not a polyamorous person. He's a monogamous person who is promiscuous and likes to cheat. It's different. He likes to cheat. He likes to lie. A lot of people are like that. A lot of monogamous people like the cheating. They like the drama of hiding and sneaking around. It gives them a rush. Polyamory takes that. It takes the cheating away. It takes the lying. So some people just don't want it. Now, here's what ended up happening with he and I. He chose monogamy, right? We get in a monogamous relationship. Everything is good. We got a good situation. We having a great time, going everywhere. Listen, we're out and hanging out and hiking and exercising and doing all types of just stuff with each other, barely having sex. Finally, we have sex and I get pregnant. He finds out I get pregnant. Now he's back talking to this ex-wife of his that he was supposed to get rid of, right? He led me to believe this situation was over. So he shouldn't, he ain't been talking to her. According to him, he hadn't been talking to her. He in a monogamous relationship with me, right? They ain't together no more, right? Come to find out, they've been fucking with each other and talking to each other the whole time. And now, after I'm pregnant, he wants to have sex with other women at his job. And now he wants to come to me and say, well, I want to have sex with this girl. I want to have sex with that girl. You chose monogamy. You said you were ready for marriage. You said you was ready to build something. So my mind in this situation was in a whole nother place. I'm pregnant. No, I can't do polyamory right now. Because now I have to focus on being a mother. Because before it was, I'm focused on being a wife and I'm focusing on building a household with just me and him. And then I got pregnant, so it was like, oh shit. Now I gotta build a household for a baby. So I'm building a household for a husband, and I'm turning around, I'm building a household for a husband and a baby. And this fool comes to me and says he wants to sleep with other women. I was like, I asked you from the beginning because poly is different from monogamy. It's two different types of way you do stuff. I wouldn't have had a baby with him if he wanted polyamory. I wouldn't have done it. I would have stayed away from it altogether. You know what I mean? If I knew he was promiscuous and wanted to sleep around with a whole lot of women, I wouldn't have slept with him. I wouldn't have done it. And he knew that. He knew that. Because during that time, I was just trying to get to know him. If he wanted to do polyamory and sleep with other women, I would have, felt comfortable with that because he needed to get over his last situation. Because being in that relationship for 15 years, being married for 15 years, that's a lot. So when I came to him, I said, you want to be polyamorous? Are you sure you're over your situation? Are you sure that's what you want? And he said, yeah. I'm thinking he had, sowed his wild oats and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Had it. So I'm sitting here pregnant. He been fucking around with his ex, and now he want to fuck with other women. I'm looking at him like, if you was just polyamorous from the beginning, you could have just told me the truth, and we would have just, did what we did. So I think that men want the freedom to do whatever they want when they want. And women also want to be able to not be chastised for the choice that they're making. So they're kind of afraid of polyamory. They're afraid people are going to chastise them or classify them as polyamorous. Even inside of this chat, people have been like, it's more beneficial for men because they see it as a one-sided thing. Just like I said, my ex, my son's father, one-sided thing. Like poly could only be beneficial for a man. Yeah, that story. Let's see. A man will do what you require him to do. Yeah, Brandy, we were talking about that earlier, that men deprive themselves because they love women. And that's not necessarily fair. But men will have a sexual desire and they would deprive themselves just to be with you. Doesn't mean their sexual desire has gone away. It just means they'll probably start lying and cheating to you. Lying and cheating on you. because of their other desires. It'll look like they're depriving themselves, but they're doing other things to make up for what they're not getting with you. Yes, more sex partners for the man, unless the woman is also a lesbian, therefore is about sex for both. Your favorite, I don't know what you're talking about. You see how this person, your favorite, I think you confused about poly again. Let me explain it again. Your favorite said more sex partners for the man unless the woman is also a lesbian and therefore is about sex for both. That's not what poly is. That's motherfuckers being promiscuous. That's not what poly is. It's not a being poly is not about having a whole bunch of sex with a whole bunch of different people because you just, you know, it's being responsible enough to tell everybody what's going on. Tell everybody you're in a relationship. You know, ask another woman, does she want to be in a relationship? Like if you're in a relationship with a woman already, go to another woman. This is another woman that you know you want to sleep with. You go to this woman and you say, you know, you want to be in a relationship with her as well. Casual sex is casual sex. I mean, you could go to a woman and have casual sex if she's okay with it, but you have to be honest and say, yeah, I'm poly, I'm in a relationship. I'm not interested in having a relationship with you, but I am poly and it could be a option. Or maybe it's not an option and I just want to sleep with you casually. But the point is, you're being honest. You know what I mean? That's really all it's about. Honest and having respect. Um, Serial monogamous. Serial monogamous. He was probably on the rebound. If he, yeah, I think sometimes when I think about Anna, sometimes when I think about my relationship with my son's father, I think that she had started dating. Like he was dating other women before he met me, and she was dating other men, and he was just sleeping with women, right? He wasn't having like relationships with women. After their breakup, he was just sleeping with them and throwing them out. Sleeping with them, throwing them out. And I wasn't having that for me. Like, that was not, I was like, no, I'm good. You know, I'm not trying to be your little jump off. I'm not trying to be your little, plaything. No, I'm good. He and I, when we got together, she knew who I was. And I didn't know who she was at first. She knew about me from the moment he saw me because he told her. So, and both of them admitted that to me. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder, was he getting with me because he seen her showing up with the same guy? Because I think she had started dating this guy and she kept bringing this guy back to their apartment because her and him shared an apartment. And don't even get me started on how I found that out. That is a whole other thing because I didn't know that at first. Like, like the lies this dude was telling me, the way I found that shit out was fucked up. Like the way I found out everything about my son's father was screwed up because he had been lying. And so she was bringing guys to their apartment. So not guys, this one guy, I think. I'm jogging my memory. Hold up. This one guy was the latest guy. She had brought multiple guys, but the last guy she had brought him a lot. And so I think when he saw her doing it, he felt like she was trying to make him jealous. And so he got with me to make her feel some type of way. That's why I think. I'm running out of phone power. Marriage isn't for every woman or man. Having a husband has been great for me. Children need both parents. That's good. I mean, like I said earlier, a lot of women feel like marriage is oppression because of, I think, because you said, like, the first thing you said, Brandy, was that having your husband has been great for you. And you said because your children need both parents, as if the only benefit that you got out of marriage is someone helping you take care of your children. What else did you benefit from out of marriage? Because a lot of people are unhappy in their marriages and they're not benefiting, as much as they would like to. So what do you gain outside of him helping you take care of some kids? You know, I thought polyamorous relationship was a mutual agreement with all individuals involved in the relationship. That's exactly what it is, Erica. A polyamorous relationship is a mutual agreement with all individuals involved inside of the relationship. Everybody agrees, everybody loves one another. Yeah, love hex. Women have more. You're saying in polyamory, women have more sex partners. No, they're not sex partners. They're a boyfriend. You understand what I'm saying? They're in a relationship. It's not a sex part. A sex partner is just somebody that you having sex with. No, when you're in a poly situation, 9 times out of 10, you're having a relationship with more than one person. And that's what I need y'all to understand. There is a difference between a relationship and a casual sex fling. You know what I'm saying? Or your sex partner and your boyfriend is a whole nother situation. It's two different things. Poly is like you have a main one, but you can bang others when you need another fix. No, that's not what it is, Keela. That's not what it is. That's promiscuity. That's a casual fling. You can do that when you. I can do that right now. I can have a main and have like side dudes. You know what I'm saying? And just be sleeping with them. Men can do this. Men do this all the time. Men will have a main chick that they sleeping with, and when that main chick is busy, they'll go sleep with their other chicks. Because they're promiscuous. They single. That's what they do. But if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're not going. This is how it's not supposed to be. If people are claiming that they're poly and they're doing that, they're not poly. They're just promiscuous. A person that's in a relationship, that's in a poly relationship, 9 times out of 10, they're having relationships with other people, not just sex. Um, y'all are funny. I wish you would do a call in because I have a story. I don't do call ins for some reason. I got a reason, but yeah. I went through a lot in my relationship. Yes, Erica. I went through a lot in my relationship with my son's father. He was a piece of shit. He's still a piece of shit to this day. Um, he's never met our son. I'm supposed to get $60 a week in child support. I haven't got child support in almost, I think it's been 2 months, 3 months. And the child support is supposedly garnished from his pay. And if, as a father, right, he's seeing that the child support is not being withdrawn from his pay. So what he should do is go pay it. Like actually go to the office and pay it. You know what I'm saying? If he sees that it's not being garnished from his pay, but he's too selfish to do that. All he cares about is himself. And he's always cared only about himself from the beginning of meeting me. Because if he cared about, matter of fact, I don't even want to say he cared about himself. Because usually people who have like confidence and who have self-esteem, they don't lie, as much. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really just duke a person the way that he did me. Like he really fucked me over. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, I want to say that he's selfish, but no, it can't be that. When a person is that type of narcissist, no, it's he's really fucked up on the inside. He's really fucked up. But the average man, like an average man who's on child support and he wants to make sure that his child is okay, if he sees that child support is not being taken out of his paycheck, he's going to go to the physical office and pay. You know. Um, my God, stories like this make me not want monogamy and polyamory. 3-month, one-person relationships. 3-month, one-person relationships. That shit. Go to Atlanta. You live in Atlanta, you are going to be the serial 3-month relationshiper. Okay. Atlanta, bring that on you. You feel me? Atlanta's that place. Benefits of marriage are like insurance, property, investments, kids are better taken care of. You can get insurance, property, and investments by yourself. Right? Come on now. A vice president is a woman. Women, we could go out there and get that stuff ourselves. So how do you benefit from marriage other than someone taking care of your kids? Because you can take care of your kids by yourself, which is hard. Okay? That's like hard. But you can do it. Plenty of women do it. So we're talking about property, investments. These are all things that you can get yourself. Insurance, property, investments, get yourself. You have to plan how many children you're going to have within a marriage because a housewife is a job, but the benefit of nurturing your children is worth it. I agree, Brandy. Tori told us to teach the class. Yeah, $60 a week is like Like, that's it. You know how much kids cost? $60 a week is gas, but I use the $60 a week to buy my son stock. You better make sure you have a good man if you're going to depend on him. Yeah, you listen, you better make sure you have a good man if you're going to depend on him for some financial support for your family. And what if something happens to him? What if he gets sick? What if he gets ill? What if he passes away? Then what you're going to do? That's why I don't encourage women to be like housewives and just rely on their husband's finances. Or if he's giving you money now, you need to find a way to take that money and start building it just in case something happens to him and you have a something to fall back on. Having a poly relationship in the way that you define it is rare. DIY dad, you said having a poly relationship in the way that you define it is rare. No, it's not. Not from what I've been seeing. Like the way that I was introduced to polyamory was through polyamorous people. I went to the swingers club, right? And I was working at the swingers club. Okay, and the guy that introduced me to the swingers club, the swingers lifestyle in general, he was married, and he led me to believe that his wife wasn't participating as much as she, promised she would. Now, she wasn't his wife when I met him. She was just his girlfriend at the time. And so he started taking me to the swingers club. And he introduced me to the owner of the swingers club. And so I ended up working there. And when I started working there, I started to meet so many like married couples, and they was just so much happier. They were like so happy. They were like swinging with other couples. And I started meeting polyamorous couples and how happy they were. And they had good little situations for years at a time, because I would see them again like later and they would be good. I have joint custody of my 13-year-old son and 12-year-old son. I don't pay child support. Okay, good, Randy. Many single moms are just getting by and they can't afford much of anything. Yeah, that's terrible. That's a false premise. Let me tell you something about single mothers. All right, so what the false narrative about single mothers is that most single mothers are broke. That's false. And the reason why I'm saying that is because most of the single mothers, and I mean this from the time I was in elementary school and was introduced to them, they work hard as shit. We work hard as shit. Most of the single mothers I've met, they've never been on welfare. They've never taken child support. They've always had decent jobs, accountants, lawyers, fucking nurses. I think when people start talking about single moms, they only focus on the single moms who are living in poverty. They don't talk about the single moms who go out there and do the damn thing. They leave these women out. But if you go on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see them. They're everywhere. Like, they're everywhere. Do you understand that? That's what made me make a single mom group. The single moms in my group donate to help put a fund together for any single moms that may not be financially in a good place. Because there's some that aren't. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, when I first had my son, right, I was struggling. And even now, I be struggling sometimes, because it's like, I make $100,000 a year, right? I make $100,000 a year with my multiple sources of income. But even then, just staying afloat sometimes can be hard because I'm tired. It isn't even that I don't have the money. Like, sometimes if I need money, like maybe I need like $20 or something, because I'm like, struggling for like gas maybe, I could get on OnlyFans and get that. Or Mark will be like, you want $20? I could like go to Mark and be like, could you give me $20? He'd be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because he loved me. Like, usually if I need something, I can like ask if I need something. But the bulk of everything I do is me, not the government, not welfare. You know what I'm saying? Be me. Like, I just don't understand why everybody thinks like single mothers are broke, or it's not that. It's not the money. It's more of organizing everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difficult part for me. It's organizing everything that I'm doing and taking care of my son and speaking to my son. I gotta go. You just reminded me I'm a single mother. Goddamn. I forgot for 2 minutes. Shit. I forgot. Let me read these right quick and then I gotta go. If my husband passes away, I have life insurance in our home, savings and investments. You have to marry a provider. Girl, bye. Let me tell you something. That money gonna drop. You gonna see money gonna drop. Okay, his insurance, most of his insurance, probably half of that shit, unless he has $1 million and a multi-million-dollar insurance policy, that money gonna drop quick. Money gonna drop so quick. Um, the fact that you even consider it, like wanting to sell your home, which is a place your kids grew up in, that's just crazy. Your savings and investments, maybe, yeah. And let's hope he, have a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's hope he a good provider. I'm just not that. I can't just rely on a man to just do everything for me. I just can't. Um, yeah, it's work. Like you said, you're honest, successful single mom. She's overworked. Yeah, it's hard, but everything is hard. I mean, your husband, like, I think working 40 hours a week and just getting paid for your time has got to be like the easiest thing to do. But when you're an entrepreneur, you're going out here and you're working, it's harder. And you're a single mom, it's harder. Single moms aren't broke, but there's a price they pay because their children have to grow up fast and don't get the nurturing they need. That's not true. My son growing up very slow. He's not like my son is so smart. He too, right? He doesn't have to grow up fast. No. He gets the nurturing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, if he did have to grow up fast, I don't think that would be a bad thing. Honestly, I think him being advanced is a lot better. Um, yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. I can talk about this forever. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure you thumbs up the live stream before you go. There's a lot of people in here. Make sure you thumbs up. Make sure you come back because it's cool when y'all get to know each other and the village is built. All right. I'll see y'all later. Bye.